Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Model Mama Show. We have truly an inspiring mama here today. My good friend Carly Kenihan, who is a social media and PR consultant and so successful in everything that you do.
Thank you.
You also have the most beautiful fashion blog and now motherhood blog, Bun Bun Book, and she is the mama of twins, you guys. So thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me. This is so fun.
It's so fun. And we're friends and also just colleagues through our mom entrepreneur networking group called Hey Mama, which you are also an ambassador for LA. So she's a big deal, you guys. But thank you for being here. And let's just dive right into just motherhood, and you're a twin mama, and something so amazing about you is you've been so open about your fertility struggles and how you successfully did IVF to have your beautiful twin babies. You have a baby boy and girl, Slater and Zoe.
Yeah.
And they turned 1 in April. Yeah. So you're in the really busy stage.
Yes.
So do you want to talk about your process to becoming a mom and why you felt so inclined to be so open about such an emotional journey?
Yeah, my husband and I were going through the whole infertility struggle for a while, and we kind of kept it pretty quiet. I think we told maybe our parents 6 months in and a couple friends, and it really just started to wear on us. And so I think just eventually, once we saw our fertility doctor and we figured out sort of what was going on and we knew our next steps, which was IVF, we did a transfer. It was unsuccessful the first time. I think at that point I just decided, this can't be harder with people supporting me. It can only get harder if I keep keeping it to myself. And it felt super isolating when I was doing that. And so, just one day I just decided to share with the world. And first I told a few more friends and kind of explained more to our family. But then, my husband and I shared it, and I put it on my blog with his permission. And because, of course, it's
Was he kind of nervous about that?
No, I think it was actually a big weight off of his shoulders, too, because it really affected our life. Like, we were sort of living this secret little lifestyle, and it's not that it was, physically, infertility and an IVF is challenging, but I think that the emotional part is just so hard when you're doing it alone, and so I think it really helped us both. And the emails and the people and the messages and the calls and texts that came in afterwards were just so encouraging and uplifting, and honestly, at that point, I knew that if I never got pregnant, I was supposed to share, because I could see that not only was I getting support for my own journey, I was helping other women going through something similar, which makes me, it's making me a little bit emotional now, because it's such a sensitive thing, and I just feel for any mother or mama to be out there who's going through it. It's something.
Yeah, you're amazing. And I love, you just, even the article that you wrote on your blog is so beautiful. I was crying last night reading it. It was just so well written and so emotional and raw. And you just put it all out there for everybody so that they feel comfortable talking about it, because like you were saying to me before the show, it's crazy how, fertility is like 1 in 3 women. It's such a common thing that people just don't talk about. So to have someone like you that's so beautiful and so successful to just share and be so willing to talk about your journey, I'm sure it's just so incredible.
Thank you.
I'm inspired. I'm like, because you kind of take it for granted when for me, I sort of found out I was pregnant and I was surprised. So it was like a totally different journey. And so you got to remember that you can't take that for granted, because it's such a beautiful thing, and there's so many unexpected, roads along the way. So I love that you shared. But I love the photo of you, even just giving yourself a shot. That's intense.
I tried to just have fun with it, and for me, it was an empowering thing. It's not. They didn't hurt. It didn't feel great, but I really tried to take it as I'm fortunate that I get to do this. So this is one step closer to my baby, or babies in my case. So it was it was empowering at that point. It was something that I had to see it that way. Otherwise, I would never go through with it, and I'd kind of just cry if I didn't.
Because were you scared when you started the journey? of IVF?
Yeah, it was scary. It was, hundreds of shots and medicines and hormones and.
So you're obviously not afraid of needles.
Not anymore.
Or not anymore.
Nope.
That cured that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so what advice would you give to moms? Because I was sort of thinking, I was trying to just think like, what would be some questions that I could ask you that like any moms that are watching that are going through something similar, maybe they're at the beginning stage of kind of having that realization that, they maybe need to take more, intense steps to like getting pregnant and having a family of their own. Like, what advice would you give moms at the beginning?
It's hard to tell someone to be patient.
Yeah.
I heard that, and it was really
frustrating.
It was frustrating because it's, people tell you that, and then you see this person get pregnant and that person get pregnant, and it's like, I don't want to hear that. I just want to feel. And that's probably part of the reason that people hide and kind of go and do their own thing while they're going through it all. But patience is something that I learned in this journey, and I can't help but just reiterate it. I'm a spiritual person, so I had a lot of faith that there was a plan for me, whether it was having my own biological children or adopting or whatever route it was going to be. I know that there would be an end or a solution, for lack of a better word. But aside from that, actual proactive steps, talk to your doctor. It's something that I think that maybe I didn't do soon enough. I did it pretty soon, but I think that even at that point it was a little...
Like you wish you would have started earlier.
Yeah, maybe? Now that I know there was an issue and I had this whole process, I wish I would have started earlier, but at the same time, it's, that would have taken away time with my husband, and that would have added a longer period of stress. So who knows when the right time is, but definitely talk to your doctor, and maybe just if you're trying to have a child or, get pregnant, talk to your physician and try to talk to your family if they're supportive or if your friends are willing to listen. It's a touch and go little subject, but I think that if you can just be open as much as your heart can possibly be, that is the best thing I ever did, was just talk. And it took me a while to get there.
Yeah, but you're so brave, and that's such great advice. I love it. So now that you have your beautiful babies, and I'm so glad that everything just worked out so perfectly for you. So let's talk about now that they're here and you're sort of back to life in your career. So you're a consultant, and you also have this amazing blog, and you're also a mom of twins. So how do you prioritize your time and schedule and do all those things?
I'm a mom first, and I'm home with them most of the time. So I just make sure that I'm doing that the best I can, which obviously there's nothing that can ever satisfy that desire. Satisfy that desire to be the best mom that you can be. But I really try to put them first at all times. As far as splitting up my work, consulting comes first. I dedicate time to that. A few hours a week I work during their nap times. I try to get away with help and go to a coffee shop, an office, whatever it may be. And then when I have time after that, I dedicate that to blogging. So a lot of times that happens at nighttime or early in the morning or whenever I can find it. But yeah, it's a constant shift and a constant adjustment, and it's just kind of just like motherhood, you can never really predict. I wish I could say I did this at this hour and this on this day, but I kind of just have to take it
Do you just kind of keep it flexible so that you're always kind of doing something a little different every day?
Yeah, I have to be flexible because you never know when something's going to happen with the kids, or you never know if a brand is going to contact me and want me to work on something, and then there's a deadline, and therefore my consulting business falls backwards on the scale of priorities. But yeah, I just kind of have to look at each week as a whole and then go from there. No week is the same as the last. No day is the same either.
Right. Well, you have a pretty extensive background in fashion and PR. You started in New York working, and then now you're in LA. So, you also have all those relationships, right? So you can be a little bit more flexible with saying yes and no to things. So that's also really lucky.
Yeah, I've been super fortunate to have my experience be the backbone of both of my businesses. If I didn't have that experience, I probably wouldn't be where I am today.
Right.
So it's kind of been interesting to see them my blogging and my consulting business collide because a lot of the brands that I consult for want to do, blog work with me and vice versa.
That's awesome.
So it's been really great. And then it's interesting to see how motherhood falls into that, especially with blogging. Yeah. It's been really fun for me to document our lives. And I love that I can just read my blog sometimes and remember that this is what they were going through at 3 months. Or
I know you forget sometimes, but it's by so fast. I know, so since you're such a fashionista, I always love to see what you're wearing because you always look so put together and so chic. So what's your favorite, like, mom outfit? Do you have just like a staple that's so comfortable that you feel cute in?
I'm always in athleisure. I mean, I used to only wear workout wear when I would be working out.
Yeah.
But now I actually like it. I think it's
now
just
there's
functional
so many
and there's cute options, and I feel like I can wear it, look somewhat cute and put together, but also be practical and not worry if there's applesauce all over me, which is the case almost every day.
Yes.
Besides that obvious answer, I love in the summer, I'm all about jumpsuits.
Yeah.
So comfortable.
Yes.
You can bend over and pick kids up and sit in the grass and the lawn and have picnics without worrying about showing too much.
That's a real concern for moms, for sure.
And I'm all about jean shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah.
T-shirts.
Yep, t-shirts are so comfortable.
T-shirts with maxi skirts are even a great way to do it now.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. It's kind of my substitution for the maxi dress is the maxi skirt because you can just put a t-shirt on.
So cute.
Change the t-shirt when it gets thrown up.
Yeah. That's so good. I love it. What is it like being a twin mom? Because I'm overwhelmed with one and you do it with two. So how do you think it's, I mean, you obviously don't know any different though.
I don't know.
But so like, how do you juggle two babies at once?
I try to meet each of their needs. They're so different. They have different personalities. They're different people. So I try to analyze the situation, and if one of them's crying, I usually go to that one first, meet those needs, go to the next. There's no right or wrong way. I mean, I struggle with mom guilt all the time. I struggled with it since
just
the day
about
they
like
came
favoring
out.
one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't favor one, but it's just.
Or just like which one, if someone needs more or something, you feel bad. Yeah, that would be hard.
But I think that's the case with any mom in general. And then when you have 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, I mean, like, how do people with 5 kids do it? I have no idea. How do you separate your time?
Yeah, I have no idea either.
But now that they're responding to me and they're old enough to kind of give me something back, like a smile and a laugh, it's easier to figure out who needs what and feel like I'm giving each of them enough.
Yeah, and is it so fun having a boy and a girl, so you just get like the best of both worlds?
It is. It's really fun.
Yeah. Are they so different personality-wise?
They're individuals.
That's awesome.
They're very unique. I hope that they'll be best friends.
I'm sure. I'm a twin. I think I told you that. Yeah. And I know I ask my mom every time I see her, I'm like, how did you do it with 2? But it's like she says the same thing. She's like, I mean, I didn't know any different. Yeah. Like I just settled into the routine and I figured out what worked, and it's like sort of what you were saying.
I think you just do,
Yeah. Do you have because it is a lot to be a mom of twins, like do you have a ritual or routine of how you like to start the day with them?
I try to wake up before they do. They wake up pretty early, so I try to set my alarm an hour before and not go on social media.
Yeah.
Maybe not even look at my phone unless it's to read something inspirational, which is hard to find. Sometimes it's not always on my phone. But I most of the time will just get up, and I love to have my cup of coffee, and I need it to survive. Function, survive. Sometimes if I wake up early enough, I will do some work on my computer. And I mean, after that, they're up, and I put some music on. I put some happy chipper music on to get us all in the right mood.
That's
I think
good
starting
tip.
your morning off
that.
right is so important because it can really make or break your day. I'm still trying to figure out a good routine because they do wake up so early, and that is always changing. And but yeah, I'd love to chat more and get your little tips.
Yeah, well, I'm with you. I think music does wonders for just us personally and for kids. Henry has always been so into music, and it's a game changer. So
Yeah.
it's like my go-to too. But what about like when you're having a hard mom day? Like, do you have any, I don't know, like book or tea or workout or something that you do that like re-energizes you? Because let's be real, some days are harder than others.
Oh my gosh, motherhood works me some days. I mean, I think that a lot of times I don't share it because I don't ever want to come off as complaining, but you know, every mom goes through her hard days and it can be extremely trying and challenging. But I
know,
always,
and then you feel guilty. You feel like people are like, "Oh, well, you're not being grateful because you're
yes,
a mom."
exactly.
And you're like, "Okay,
exactly.
that's not what I'm saying."
It's not what I'm saying. Motherhood is a privilege for sure, and I try to keep that in mind at all times. But you know, there's no answers to anything. I do try to remember to keep things into perspective. So, you know, if one of the kids is sick, I just try to believe that they're going to be okay and remind myself that they probably will be. If we're having a hard day at the park, remember that I will make it home. There might be some tears, whether it's me or them.
It's short-lived.
Yes,
You'll get
it's short-lived,
through it.
and tomorrow I will probably laugh about it. At least let's hope so. I always remember that adjustment is so important, being able to adjust, because if you can't, I mean, their schedules and their routines and their bodies, everything is changing with them. So I try to remember to be open and to just be willing to adjust.
Yeah, it's good advice. Well, especially at your stage, like you're still, I think, pretty much in the baby stage. I mean, I know that your twins just turned 1 in April, but I mean, I remember at that stage from like 0 to 1.5, it's literally like you get into a routine for 3 months and then it's something new and something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of times I just try to remember to give myself permission just to feel and laugh and cry and whatever it is that I need in that moment. Sometimes I just have to do it. And remember that it's okay to just lean in and into the chaos, because that's what kids are. They're chaotic, and that's part of it. We signed up for this, you know, and
that's good advice.
I love a good routine. I love structure, and I am all about that. But sometimes I just have to, it's not me giving up. It's just letting go a little bit.
You have to let go. Yes.
Just letting go.
It's such good advice. So on that note, what's your favorite, either like funniest or like most memorable, like mommy moment? So I've been asking all the like most recent moms on the show, like to share their like embarrassing mom story or funny story. And we've got some like really funny ones. And I didn't prep you for this on purpose.
No, this is funny. Okay, so this is embarrassing.
Oh, well, honey, we've had someone eating poop. We had someone with their boob out for a long time and they didn't know it. So our audience can handle it.
I mean, recently we went on a vacation and the one thing I forgot for the plane was extra clothing.
Oh no.
And
especially at that
I mean, at 12 or 14 months, I don't even know how old they were. I think 13 months-ish, 12 months maybe. I don't know. They don't really have blowouts, but of course we get to the plane and right before we board, one of them has the most insane blowout. I'm sorry, everyone. And so we're getting on the plane. This is like a 6-hour plane ride. And so,
when you went to Hawaii. Oh man.
When we came home from it. So luckily I was relaxed from the vacation, but
luckily it was post-vacation.
Yes. Yeah. Luckily I had a baby sweatshirt in my bag, so I used that as the pants for the kid.
Stop it.
Who I will try not to name. So I used the sweatshirt holes as the pant legs.
Oh my gosh.
So we get on the plane and we're like, okay, we're gonna get through this. So it was fine. It's funny. It's a good laugh. Just before we're about to land, the kid has a blowout.
No.
How does that happen?
Oh. The same baby.
Yeah. So luckily we had a blanket and I wrapped the child.
The child, you won't say it.
The child in the blanket, and that's how we exited, with no clothes and just a blanket.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
So that was, I mean, I think people on the plane knew, so it put me in a very embarrassing
you know what?
moment.
You
but
probably
it was like,
had like no clean laundry too. You were like at the end of your
trip.
trip.
And also, I just went on vacation. There's no complaining here. I asked for this. Let's just
She has the best. You have the best, most positive attitude. I love it. With everything, always. I
try. I just try.
No, but you don't even try. It just comes naturally, which is why it's, you're such a good mom and you're so fun to be around.
Thank you.
But I love that story. I've definitely been there, and I would like to think that I handled it as gracefully as you, but I'm not sure. I think I was pretty panicked.
I don't know if I handled it gracefully in the time being, but I think it's great that I can laugh about it now.
Yeah, you have to, because it's like there's so many things that happen as a mom that are completely out of your control. You can plan and plan and plan, but
well, and it's like I planned everything perfectly. I had everything, but the one thing I did not have is what I needed.
Yeah.
Extra clothes. Pack your extra clothes.
Yes. I know. I actually, like, that happened to me a couple times. So now, like, even at this stage at 2.5, I still am, like, neurotic about traveling with extra clothes, because it's like, it just takes one time for that to happen to you. And you're like, okay, I'm going to be extra, triple check.
One time. Yep.
Yeah.
So true.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so where can everybody find you?
On Instagram, you can find me at Carly Kenihan.
Okay.
At Carly Kenihan.
Her Instagram is so good.
Thank you. And my website is bunbunbook.com.
Awesome. She's so cute. Life goals.
Where else? I mean, I'm on Facebook and Twitter, but those are my mains.
Okay. No, that's perfect. Those are so good. You guys have to check her blog and her Instagram out, because they're so inspiring, full of lots of positivity that she just oozes so naturally. Thank you for all of your wisdom.
Thanks for having me today. This is super fun.
We loved having you. You guys, make sure to follow her, and thank you so much for tuning in. This is Tara and Carly signing off for the Model Mama Show.